impossible. Our great Nigeria is very impossible. And useful. Obedient and useful. Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah, hey. For life today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production.
Hey guys, hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. For whatever it is you're joining me from today. My name is Kachi. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Oh, I didn't expect to see much people joining us by this time. As a bit said that they play World Cup and Portugal don't win Ghana 3-2. I know so now but they wonder, but yes, I had to watch the game too. Okay, I want to see that one that they enjoy for football. I said, make I sit down and watch and today make I say I see be. Thank you once again, people, for doing this with me. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning, good afternoon, and evening. I hope you guys are doing very well. So, today is the 24th day of November 2022, countdown to the day of election. I always like to do this with every one of us every day I come on air just like this. So, to remind you guys that election is just around the corner. Thank you all so much, guys, for doing this with me. Please help us to like and share this broadcast so more people can know that we are here, so they can know that we are here doing what we are doing. So guys, like and share this broadcast. And if it's your first time here, you enjoy the show, you like what we do here, you like what Ninja Watch platform stands for, help us to subscribe. And after doing that, hit the notification bell so you can always be notified whenever we come on air just like this. Thank you once again, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to take time out to acknowledge the wonderful people right there on the comment section. But before I do that, you guys, please do not forget to support us by using the $ to the right on the comment section to support what we do here. Thank you all so much and God bless you. I want to give a very big shout out to Mr. J.E. Mr. J.E., now you open show for us today with Super Chat. Thank you so much, Mr. J. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I beg me can follow Mr. J footsteps by clicking on the $ way to the right side of the comment section to support what we do here. And all my viewers are here on especially. Thank you guys so much, for coming out here to do this with us again today. And the link is already pasted right there on the comment section, just in case you want to join us on screen please click on the link and join us so we all can discuss about what is affecting you and I in our beloved country, Nigeria. Yesterday, a lot of people were asking, well, how do I join the show? How do I join the show? All you have to do, see that link where they write, please use link to join this discussion. That link where they see like that, just click am. We go accept you one time for this place. That's all you have to do. It's not difficult. Just click on it, guys. Thank you once again, people. God bless every one of you for doing this with us. Let me take time out to acknowledge the wonderful people right there on the comment section. I can see the beautiful mommy diaspora right there. Thank you so much, mommy, for always coming out here to support us. Thank you so much. God bless you. I can see Iyore Omorogbe right there. Thank you so much, Iyore, for coming out here to do this with us today. I welcome you to today's broadcast. Mr. J.E., thank you. I can see our Kalu say Ghana don't collect. They don't collect, so what, now they collect today. Okay, let's move straight to the next person. I can see Osaibo Guy. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining. Highly favored, highly favored. Thank you so much, sir, for coming out here to do this with us again today. I welcome you to today's broadcast. I can see Peter Okonkwo right there. Thank you, Peter, for joining. Osage Daddy, thank you for joining. Osameda Baba, thank you so much for joining. Peter Okonkwo, thanks for joining. Mike Akionbari, thank you so much, sir, for joining. Papa Nusa, one of Hitley. Okay, Papa Nusa, thank you for joining. Olin Matthias, thanks for joining. Mr. Joseph Oji, I hope you're doing very well. Good evening to you. Thank you for taking time out to do this with us. I can see Uwem Basi. I welcome you, Uwem, to today's broadcast. Shola David, good evening to you. Thanks for joining. Obedience in the house. I hail you too, especially my brother Shola David. Thank you once again, guys, for doing this with us. God bless you all. Make sure not forget to like and share the broadcast, and also support us by using the dollar sign to the right in the comment section. I can see Good Luck Sonny is trying to join. Good luck, your mic is not turned on. Please turn on your mic so I'll be able to accept you. Okay, great. You just did. So I'm going to accept you right here on screen. Good luck, Sonny. Thank you for joining the panel today. We appreciate every one of you. Okay, that being said, I believe all protocols is duly observed already. I'm just going to take time out to introduce what we're going to be talking about today. As you can see on the screen, first of all, I always like to start with Peter Obi for 2023, Peter Obi for president. The reason why I like to start with that, because we have a lot of newbies coming in here and there from time to time. So I like to always say that to make them understand that this platform for now we stand for Peter Obi, just in case you're wondering what we are doing. So Peter Obi now be our choice for this platform. So that is what we are here talking about each and every day, dedicating our time, our effort and energy, our everything to make sure that, Peter will be succeed at the end of it all. All right, guys, that being said, I'm going to go straight and introduce the topics we have for you guys today. The first one here you see Obaseki explains further of 13%, 17 billion naira derivation. Okay. We talked about it yesterday when they all came out to talk. And from 17 billion, they entered 2.1 billion, they entered 28 billion. Yesterday, the story not too clear at all because the like say they don't have their figures very straight. But now they don't come out, go explain further. Obaseki has come out to explain further. Right now, Wike has been making other governors look very bad because of his achievement. And I ain't just a blow whistle here and there. If not be Wike, nobody's going to be talking about this right now. So Wike is making every other person look bad right now. So Obaseki don't come out to explain further about that particular one right there. And we're going to be taking that pretty soon. And we have the next one here, and it says, why Pa Ayo Adebanjo endorsed Peter Obi at Ibadan rally. So we share video for una yesterday of the Ibadan rally, but I think we're going to do more. We're going to expatiate more on that video. Now, come and see the crowd. Come and see people. In fact, all the Yoruba nation in the house, all the Yoruba people who did this house, I salute una especially. Una, thank you for embracing the truth, embracing Peter Obi, welcoming him with so much love. All the Yoruba people, I salute una, thank you, una well done, una do. Thank you so much for wetin una do for Peter Obi. The love was massive. It was massive. And thank you for standing for the truth. Okay, that being said, we're going to go straight to the next one. That is Dr. Aaron Agoro speak on Obi's endorsement. Okay, we're going to be sharing that with you. I believe some of you here already know who Dr. Aaron Agoro is because he comes here from time to time to assure us, to tell us why we don't have any cause for alarm. As a northerner, he has come out here from time to time to explain to us and to, give us words of encouragement why we should not weary because work is going on the ground. Okay, that being said, we're going to go straight to the next one and say why we are backing Obi instead of Tinubu, aggrieved APC leaders. Una know say PDP get aggrieved PDP governors. That's the 5G aggrieved PDP governors. Now, aggrieved APC leaders don't come out to come talk say the reason wey make them dey say na Peter Obi be their choice. Everything we go download and give una for this platform. Even Labour Party member don come out come attack Reno Omokri for that thing wey he talk say Tinubu education background dey straight pass Obi own. Dat one don come talk come even talk say Peter Obi na the total package. If you dey find full package na be Peter Obi. So these are many more we're going to be sharing with you guys. We're also going to be sharing reactions from Nigerians with you all. Make una know say no be we just dey form everything. So the reason why we bring it out here so una go know say Nigerians are tired of APC and PDP. We're here because we want them out, totally out of the system. Thank you once again, guys. Please endeavor to like and share the broadcast if you're yet to do so. And make sure not forget to use the dollar sign to the right side on the comment section. Thank you all so much and God bless you. The viewers, the people in the comment section, and of course our panelists, not so much. I truly salute for all of you. God bless you all. Good evening to you, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you for joining. They don't win Ghana today, 3-2. I watch ball.
Yeah, good evening, Kashi. I'm not very happy because that match break me down. Anyway, my people, I salute you now. You see, when it comes to football like this, I don't know what they do Africans. I don't understand how to explain that, to be honest. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all this evening. We are back again today. How you guys doing? Today is Thursday, 24th November, 2022. Yes, let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Politics in Nigeria, presidential race. The election is around the corner, less than 95 days to go. It's very close. It's counting down, as you all know. Thank you very much for joining us. Use the link right there on the comment section where you are commenting on right now. Click on that link. Join us on the screen so that your voice can be heard. I appreciate every one of you right there. Let me quickly acknowledge the people right there on the comment section so we can move on. I can see Mother of All, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks very much for joining us. I can see Yore Omorogbe. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Please use the link right there to join us on the screen. It's right there looking at you. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Endeavor to share this broadcast, like the broadcast, and let's talk. As you all know, that our normal time of coming out is 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 6 p.m. While Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. for news review. But today, we decided to start at 7 p.m. because of the Ghana football. But it can't be like say person can't regret himself. But the way the team beat us, Anyway, it's okay. Let's move on. Let's move on, my people. I salute tonight. I can see JE. Thank you very much for the super chat for opening the way this evening. I appreciate you. Thank you. May your pocket never ever run dry. My people, use the dollar sign right there on the comment section. Support us, encourage us, encourage what we are doing here. Our Carlo, I can see you right there. Good evening to every one of you, my good people. Cybervo Okonga is right there. Highly favored is with us. Good evening, my people. Peter Okonkwo is right there with us. Saga Daddy is with us. Good evening, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Kaseo Sameda, Baba, I see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Mike Akyambari is with us as well. Papa Nosa, one of Italy, is with us as well. Ole Matthias. Good evening, my people. Mr. Joseph Orji, good evening to you, sir. Thanks very much for joining us. I bet we could share. Owen Bassey is right there with us as well. Shala David is with us. Good evening, my good people. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Willie. Tony Osawe, thank you very much for joining us. Also, Francis is right there. R is with us as well. Now, Sam, Good evening, good evening, good evening. I appreciate you all. Ima Billion is with us. Josh Bluchel is right there with us. Tony South is with us. Joy Osinobo is with us. Iman Josie, good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay, make us stop to the comment to man for move on. Faith Unlimited, good evening, my people. Favor Faith, good evening. I don't tire. Okay, make us not comment again. Move on. Okay, I will just see nonly77.com. Nonly77, good evening to you. All right, my people, I appreciate you all. I bet we could share, we could talk about the things that's affecting us. As you all know that yesterday, Peter Obi stormed Ibadan. Not be small thing, we are continuously shaking the political space in Nigeria. As everybody know that Labour Party is a big shock to Nigeria, not just to Nigeria, to the world right now, because everybody have known Nigeria to be a two-parties country where whenever election, especially presidential election comes like this, it's only two parties, either PDP or APC. But Labour Party have outclassed the PDP and APC as we speak, and they are still outclassing them. So my people, we're going to be talking about what happened yesterday, talking about what happened today as well. I'm talking about the reactions across media, mainstream media, Nigerians on social media. We're going to be talking about all of them right now. I appreciate you all. Thank you, my people. Now God bless you now. Yeah, Mr. Joseph, the team pay me, say we lose, but it's okay. Say Nigeria not there, so the only hope we'll get na Ghana. So I hope they win their next match. Nevertheless, we need to move on. I appreciate you all. As you all know that we'll be talking about the 13% derivation from Buhari to some state, which included those states for the past a week now. The good thing about it is that our voice is going far. Those state governments have started reacting and responding to our quest. Yes, they reacted yesterday. They also reacted again for the second time the same yesterday. We saw another reaction from them, the response from them again today. In fact, today's all have more details, which we are going to be playing and analyzing with you here. Remember, constitutionally, it's our duty to question the government of the day. Yes, you shouldn't be looking at them as a god or a mini god. They are nothing. They are working for you. All this is SLSC, your SLSC. I am not sure it makes any sense, because that's the reason why you see that when the fact is even clear, many of us, they argue it. Thank you very much, my people. We need to move on right now. Yes, I would like us to start with how do we start now? Because when we have too much videos here, sometimes I ask myself, how do we start? I've been at Kashi now, go ask this one now. Anyway, Kashi, we don't start to the world football for the first time for our life today, for our own entire life. Today's our first time watching football. If they ask her now, what do they call 2 players for inside that Ghana team? She not go know. She tell me say she watch Ghana match.
But at least I know say what's they call her? What's be that guy name for Portugal? Ronaldo.
Ronaldo they play for Ghana.
Now Portugal, no say him play.
Tell me 2 names inside the Ghana team. Tell me 2 names inside the Ghana team.
I will tell you. Give me 10 minutes.
You want to go do research? You want to go do research on Google? Don't calm now. Don't press your phone. Talk calm. I beg. Make Mr. Oji tell you. Call Mr. Joseph Oji. Go tell you.
Mr. Joseph, please tell me in the comment section when they know they use me, they shine like this for on top live stream where the whole world they watch. I beg, tell me. Make una tell me for comment section. I beg.
All right, my people, let's move on. I appreciate every one of you. I would like us to move on first with Dr. Aruna Agoro. Is a northerner who have been here a couple of times to speak with us, to encourage us on what we are doing. He's pledging his huge support for Mr. Peter Obi. I would like us to listen to him before we move on. God bless you all.
Dr. Haruna Agoro, I'm so excited about today's broadcast. There are so many people that have endorsed Peter Obi, and many people are still busy endorsing him. And we're going to just hear what they have to say. But before we go on, if you have not subscribed to my channel, why don't you go ahead and do it right now? And I want to welcome those of you that are coming for the very first time. Good to have you. Please leave a comment in the comment box. I want to hear your opinion about the broadcast, and feel free to share the broadcast with as many people as you can. And why don't you also give me a thumbs up? When you do that, YouTube is going to make sure that many people get to watch this broadcast. And if you're watching me on Facebook, please follow my page and also share my page with as many people as you can, so that we can spread the news and get this vision of a new Nigeria possible. So let's just watch all the different people that have endorsed Peter Obi, and let's hear what do they have to say. Then I will comment in and out, and I will let you know what I feel about what they are saying.
Seriously, Nigeria is not what it should be today. And if anybody says anything to the contrary, then his or her head will need to be examined. And nobody will do it for us. And nobody needs to be blamed. My late friend Adebanjo, anytime you say, let us pray for Nigeria, he was always annoyed. And he will say, look, you are tempting God. God has given you everything that you need. What the hell are you praying for? God gave you everything. You squandered it. You mess it up. And you are praying to God. He doesn't believe that God will answer us. And I say, look, Ahmed, what is good needs prayer, so that it will continue to be good. What is not so good needs prayer, so that it will have to be good. So let us pray. And we say, go on praying. And when you finish your prayer, you meet me where I am. But we need to pray. We need to pray, so that his father may come. But the choice is in our hand. You don't have anybody to blame. I see 6 and have a dozen. 6 and have a dozen. I don't know what choice you will make out of that too. And is there any choice? That's where prayer is very important. And don't let us deceive ourselves. We have a choice. It's whether we make the right choice or we ignore making the right choice. And if we don't make the right choice, we don't blame anybody. We blame ourselves. If we make the right choice, we will overcome the twin challenge of poverty and insecurity, which are symbiotic. Insecurity feeds on poverty. Poverty feeds on insecurity. And don't let anybody deceive you about that. And if we do not take the right step and make the right choice, not only will the two continue to fester, they will consume us. May God never allow that.
Now, did you just hear what he said? That we have a choice and we must make the right choice. He was just short of calling the name. You can see that he must be referring to someone here. And I believe it's Obi. And if you doubt it, I'm going to show you other videos. In case you doubt it, just watch this other video and see what just happened here.
In the presence of Nigeria.
Just see. Can you see what former President Obasanjo is doing to Peter? President Obasanjo left his seat, went and called Peter to come and take his seat and said, my job is finished. He then walked out of the place. And people started laughing. Our group, that is the Yoruba group, where he came out to tell the nation that the stand of the Afenifere group is to support a southeastern candidate, because he felt every other region have had their own fair share, and he said it would be injustice to give it back to the north or to the southwest, because they've already gotten their own. And then when Jonathan was there, he represented the South-South. The region that has not had any president is the Southeast. Who is the candidate that is standing in among all the presidential candidates that are prominent now? It's only Peter Obi. He's the only one. So in essence, what he was saying is that they're endorsing Peter Obi. So I think when Tinubu saw this, Tinubu is full of, he tries to concoct things, whatever he can do to make sure he becomes president, he will do it. The former leader, and that is Pa Ruben Fasoranti, and convinced him that they should endorse him. Pa Ruben Fasoranti had already called Pa Ayo and told him that Tinubu is coming to see him. And he had warned Pa Ruben not to entertain Tinubu because he knew what game Tinubu was trying to play. What Tinubu was trying to do was to divide the Afenifere group, by so doing get a faction to support him. But Pa Ruben has already retired, has already given up his office, and the new leader is now Pa Ayo. These are the kind of games that Tinubu plays. They will divide and then conquer. Just hear what Pa Ayo had to say when he was being interviewed by Arise TV.
All right, thank you very much, my people. We're going to stop that video right there. I wanted us to hear what Dr. Haruna Agoro have to say there. But I would like us to see what actually happened yesterday, in a concise manner. Thank you.
From far and near, youths from across the southwest region converged on the Lekan Salami Stadium, Ibadan, in honor of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, amidst fanfare. The event had in attendance party stalwarts as well as candidates of the Labour Party who had come to solicit support for Peter Obi and his running mate, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed.
Today our country is going through numerous challenges: insecurity, hunger, poverty, unemployment, name them. And these challenges is as a result of failed leadership. Failed leadership over the years. Failed leadership of PDP. Failed leadership of APC. And this opportunity that we have to make them this time, we must use it judiciously. We must use it wisely. Now, that change, the man that represents that change, the party that represents that change, is no other party than Labour Party. Let me tell you why you should not vote for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. Number one, he denied your state speakership. He supported Tambua as against Mulika, so we should not vote for him. He's here today in Ibadan, and I like the fact that you're all standing here. He's coming to you and he's looking for a job, and you're here to scrutinize him. You're there to ensure that you put him in office. You're there to ensure that come May 2023, we have a new commander-in-chief that will take responsibility.
Foremost pan-Yoruba leader Chief Adebanjo, who described the Labour Party presidential candidate as a detribalized Nigerian, emphasized that the time was ripe for the Southeast to produce the next president. He also took a swipe at the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Those saying that I am supporting a Southeasterner because of my grass with Bola Ahmed Tinubu are ignorant. When he was a governor, I wasn't envious of him. When he was in Afenifere, I wasn't envious of him. I single-handedly chased him out of Afenifere. The matter before us now is not about ethnicity, but about the progress of the Nigerian entity. So let's join hands together and move this nation forward.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. On this same ground yesterday, there was this circulating video that's currently going on social media right now, especially on Twitter. How a man was caught with a dagger. He was interrogated on that particular spot. In fact, the youth were almost lynching on him and all that. But another information came out today saying that the man was one of the security people that came with Afenifere. So we are not too sure who he was, what was his plans, why he was there with the dagger and all that. You see, this is one of the things I'm saying because I commented on one of the trending video in one of the big platforms right there on Twitter. And my comment goes like this, because I've stated it before that Peter Obi should be careful. Yesterday, the way it landed, I understand some of you will say, "Now, don't worry, you know what they do." Listen, guys, remember, we've seen, I don't want to go there. I don't want to sound negative, to be honest. My prayer is for my principal. He should be careful. He should take precaution of things that's happening right now to protect himself, to be more vigilant. Because listen, the way people are surrounding him, I understand everybody love him. Everybody want to be with him. Everybody want to touch him. Everybody want to, yes, but he needs to be careful. I will allow my panelists to talk on this later on. But before that, let's hear more on what happened yesterday.
Okay, maybe we should start from Ibadan, the heartland of the Yoruba nation, where Peter Obi and his Labour Party supporters and train moved to, and we saw the 96-year-old Pa Ayo Adebanjo, still very consistent, persistent, and insisting that Pa must move to Southeast for fairness, equity, and justice. What are your thoughts here?
Thank you so much. Christian, the reception given to Peter Obi was warm. There was no incident of security breach apart from the one person who was arrested allegedly with a knife in his pocket, and it was very close to the podium. Apart from that little security glitch, there was really nothing much. Instead, it was more of a success.
You see, it was apart from, listen to that, apart from the guy that was arrested with a knife and he was very close to the podium. You know what that means? At the moment, they see it as a small thing, it just happened, nothing much and all that. One needs to be careful. Anybody who carry dagger, God forbid, anybody who carry dagger, his mission not to stab you and kill himself. You know what that means? Maybe they could not carry a gun there and all that. So Peter Obi is the only hope we have now apart from God. God forbid. And God forbid again. If, for example, something happened to Mr. Peter Obi right now, everywhere goes silent. No matter the kind of agitation or whatever, shouting and all that, we should pray against this. And the presidential candidate for Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, must be very, very conscious. His helicopter yesterday, remember I stated this, his helicopter yesterday, there were so many children close to his arrival and his departure. People were almost touching the helicopter. That's not nice. That's not love. We shouldn't allow this to continue. It's not safe. Let's listen further.
Allegedly with a knife in his pocket, and it was very close to the podium. Apart from that little security glitch, there was really nothing much. Instead, it was more of a success. Coming to Ibadan is very, very important for Peter Obi, considering that Ibadan, your state capital, is like the political capital of the old Western region when we used to practice the regional system in the country. And of course, with Adebanjo coming out to still insist on his position that Peter Obi and the Southeast deserve a slot in the presidency this time around, I think it's a very, very commendable action. While we didn't see a lot of political juggernauts in the old Western region who play politics within the region so much there. We understand that many of them are in APC or PDP, but this is a political party that's building its own chieftains, and you could see people coming out there who are enthusiastic, irrespective of what I keep saying, legacy politicians who want to decide for the people. These are people who want to hear Obi based on his own terms, not on what they are being told, not how they are being teleguided by opinion leaders. And so the message we heard from Obi too is actually very inspiring. I mean, he kept on saying that, look, like he's the vice presidential candidate, Deti, actually operates a university, and relating it with you as being one of the very top premier university in Nigeria, that they are going to ensure that the educational system is reformed. And then, of course, giving hope to Nigerians that in the midst of the challenges we have as a society, that he's going to give a good account of the resources of the nation if he's elected president. But the good thing about it is that I'm happy with the reception being given to him, and how he had to also use the opportunity to sell his candidacy, not as an Igbo ticket. Right. So that people within that political capital of the southwest, the old western region, will understand that he's a pan-Nigerian candidate and is coming with a new political vehicle. And so that acceptance is something that actually warms a lot of us who have been monitoring the activities of Peter Obi in his stopovers, especially in Kaduna, which is the old political capital of northern Nigeria. And then we're now seeing this in Ibadan. The next one that's left is Enugu or Port Harcourt.
No, but we saw him in the old political capital of the Midwest, then the old Bender.
Yes, and then of course, if you even go to what's it called, Jos Plateau State, and of course Benue too. I mean, he's been warmly received.
So all that talk about Peter Obi not having the structure, maybe just before the elections, you might just see the structures, spring up here and there. But let's stay on Adebanjo and the message that he brought to the people right there in Ibadan, that this is not, about his Yoruba or Igbo and all of that. Just vote for him because he's the best man for the job, and for fairness, equity, and justice, a Southeasterner should be getting it. Not because he's a Southeasterner.
And he said, Igbo no come. It's the turn of the Igbos.
Yes, I mean, a very fantastic message. Adebanjo is way ahead of the average Nigerian politician, because he's already thinking about how the Nigeria of tomorrow is supposed to be today. Right. The thinking within this particular individual is that Nigeria should have advanced to a particular level of fairness within the polity. And if you look at it, let's be very frank and sincere with ourselves. If you follow the political trajectory of the country and in the fourth democratic dispensation that we are in, if power is going to the south, the power that is supposed to go to the south is actually supposed to reside in the southeast of the country. Because we've seen since the return to democracy, the southwest having power for 8 years, having the vice presidency for another 8 years now, and then we've seen the South having powers for 5.5 years, let's just say approximately 6 years. And so isn't it just within reasonable bounds to say that if power is going to the south, it should go to the southeast? Because when we started this federation in 1960, we had, this country was standing on 3 legs.
On a tripod.
On a tripod of the western region, the eastern region, and then the northern region, until the Midwest, which you talked about, later joined.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. We need to stop that right there so we can move on, because I want us to start talking on time. If you watch that video, you're going to hear more. And there's other video currently circulating on social media saying if the Yoruba people, the Edo people, many more are supporting Mr. Peter Obi with everything they've called what is happening to the Easterner, which the Igbo people. Because the particular people that is actually fighting Mr. Peter Obi right now, according to what is trending right now on social media, and if you also finish that particular video, they are pointing hands on the Igbo people against their Igbo son. I understand Peter Obi is not coming to become an Igbo president, but we have to say it how it is. If we have to face the realism of what is currently going on, Peter Obi is an Igbo man. So his people should love him more on this particular time, support him more than every other tribes. I understand once again, we are not here to talk about ethnicity or embrace tribalism. But why is it that the Igbo people are the one fighting Mr. Peter Obi at this particular time? What is their effort and all that? I want to see more. I want to see more support from the Igbo people for our principal, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you very much, my people. I would like us to listen to this other video here before we move on. But endeavor to share, and like this broadcast. Like the video, share the broadcast, and also use the $ right there. Support us, encourage us on what we are doing. God bless you.
From the ANAP polls, from the BSU polls, whether from
the latest one next
not
year.
Just before we get to the letters, there's something unique about the letters, but the Bloomberg and all of those polls that have come out, we together polls.
The Economist Intelligence Unit went against him.
No, not at all.
Because it actually said that Bola Tinubu is the one who's likely to win.
If you need to read the follow-up from the Economist, you understand exactly what the position is. The point here is Peter Obi is seen as a front runner by miles. It's not just a close call. In some cases, a combination of votes of Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu equals Peter Obi's. That's remarkable for somebody from nowhere, like people would say. Labour Party unknown before. Peter Obi never run for presidential before. Yeah, VP as a candidate. But to see that somebody can move from that, for me, some of us see this not just as divine, but also a project whose time has come.
Yeah, but can I just come in? Okay, finish what you're saying.
So, point here, therefore, is everybody who would argue will first of all admit that Peter Obi will win the Southeast. Not just because he's from Southeast, but because people from the Southeast, they look at things in a very objective manner as far as I'm concerned. If you look at, there are people who would be running, even though from Southeast, they are not, I can mention them, but no need for that. That people from South wouldn't even bother. So when you look at the dominance of the polls in terms of margin that Peter Obi is going to win, that is never contradicted. If you go to the South, similarly, every poll I've seen, a lot of them mostly from 60% and above. And when you actually go to the ground and see what is happening, when you go on campaign and you feel the pulse of the people, and you actually begin to see what are the drivers for this. Because it's coming from the youth saying we're tired of the status quo. And they see PDP and APC candidates as status quo that we are tired of. And they see Peter Obi as a new reality, a new Nigeria that we're yearning for. And there are other biases that actually then favor. Because if you also look at it from the premise of fairness, equity, justice, when you put all this together, you see why South-South easily would go Labour way. The same thing in the North Central. And the issue that usually comes to play is Southwest, where Tinubu is from. And even when you look at that, Peter becomes close second to Tinubu in the Southwest in almost all the polls. And then the beauty of this election is that the Northwest and Northeast, first is Peter Obi was considered the weakest in those two regions. And number two is trending up. It's looking better as time progresses. So they're beginning to see that indeed this actually should be and might be the best candidate in the poll. And then if you look at the fact that there are many other contending forces there, Atiku is pushing to win Northwest, Northeast. Tinubu is pushing to win Northwest and Northeast. Kwankwaso is also there pulling his weight, and other candidates like Adebanjo and co. And then Peter Obi as well pushing his weight there. It tells you that Northwest and Northeast may not be the decider ultimately. In this election.
But the key thing here is the arithmetic, which I'm sure you're well aware of. I mean, a lot of people will say, and a lot of people that I know who are experts have said, that Peter Obi may well win the greatest number of popular votes, but it's whether he's going to have that arithmetic spread,
Charles,
across the geographical sort of.
I consider myself a mathematician. I'm also a chartered accountant. We've done those numbers. What I'm saying to you is that mathematically, the only candidate that stands a chance of actually winning at the first ballot is Peter Obi. And reason is what I've just said to you. I'm also somebody who rely on data, on science, on trend. People keep making the analogies based on primordial, what used to happen. This is not an election of what used to happen. This is a new election governed by new principles.
Yeah, but the Constitution is still clear on what you
course.
need to win.
So there are two things you need to do.
Yeah.
Only two conditions you need to make. One, popular vote. And most people agree that Peter Obi will have the popular votes, win by simple majority.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. We'll stop this video right here so we can move on. So I have one article to read. We have other videos here that we're going to have a break later on the other segments to continue. All right. The Edo State matter and all that. So let's start with Peter Obi and this one for the APC Christian leaders who came out to say they prefer to endorse. In fact, they are endorsing Mr. Peter Obi over Tinubu. As you can see right there, stated 2023 why we are backing Peter Obi instead of Tinubu, aggrieved Northern APC Christian leaders. So I'll read from here. The Northern APC Christian leaders have endorsed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP, Peter Obi. The group who have openly opposed the same faith ticket of the Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima issued a statement on Thursday announcing Mr. Peter Obi as their candidates. The group, in the statement by former Secretary General of the Federation, Babashe Lawan, denied endorsing the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. Mr. Lawan stated that both APC and PDP are more or less the same thing. He therefore highlighted 7 reasons why the group decided to back the former Anambra State governor for the 2023 general election. He said, among other things, that a government of either APC or PDP will only be recycling of the same class of people who have been running the country from independence to date. Hence, it has remained static. He spake, and I quote, "The Obi Dati will give us breath of fresh air and the greatest opportunity to redeem our country from the agony into which we have been plugged by a recurring group of self-centered reactionaries," and the statement said. Mr. Lawan and other APC leaders from the North backed Mr. Tinubu during the APC primaries, but changed their mind. You see, this is one of the things I was saying, my people, that when the time is going, a lot of people will be, I even stated it yesterday, people will be changing their mind. A lot of people will be thinking of visualizing the realism and beginning to move on to Peter Obi. Just read this. He said, Mr. Lawan and other APC leaders from the North backed Mr. Tinubu during the APC primaries, but changed their mind and position when he picked Mr. Shettima, a Muslim and former Borno State governor, as his running mate. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, and Elisha Agbo, a senator from Adamawa State, also Christian, have all openly criticized the same faith ticket. Mr. Peter Obi is our choice, and we will stand by him till the last day of this journey. So, my people, I'm not surprised reading this, to be honest. I'm not. For me personally, I don't know if you guys are. For me, I'm not surprised, because from day one, I'm not a pastor, but I've said it, I've mentioned it, I've described it, I've demonstrated it here on this channel, that those people who say that we don't have structure, The structure will continue to emerge from every corner as the times goes on. What are we seeing today? Are you still in doubt? Are you still confused? Or rather, are you still sitting on the fence? Join the movie train, my people. All right. We have a reactions to this. Kashi, are you there with us?
Yes, Mr. Niger Watch, I'm here.
All right, good. Do we have reactions to any of the
Yes, we do.
okay.
Yes, we do.
All right,
All
let's take
right.
the reaction so we can start talking. We take the other segment.
Okay. All right, no problem. Let's take a reaction on Peter Obi's rally, the one in Ibadan right there. The first one here says that, Pa Ayo Adebanjo, thank you. God bless you and your generation. The second one right here is from Lee1G6624 and says, Peter Obi of Labour Party is a goal come 2023. A big thanks to Pa Adebanjo and all Yoruba faithfuls for stand and be counted. Okay, I think that person wanted to say thank you to all Yoruba faithful for coming out there to show some love. And I say very big thank you to all Yoruba people that came out to actually stand for the truth. Thank you so much. God bless every one of you. This one here says, kudos our dear brothers and sisters in Yoruba land. We are one Nigeria. Thank you for standing for the truth. Exactly. We are one Nigeria. Thank you for standing for the truth. The last one here says, God bless the Yorubas and other well-meaning Nigerians supporting Mr. Peter Obi. Exactly. I mean, at this point in time, nobody is supposed to be talking about ethnicity, religion, and all of those things, because at the end of the day, the suffering is touching everybody. Suffer, no know whether you fat, whether you thin, whether you fair, whether you black, or whether you come from any part of the country. Is everybody's going through the hardship, everybody's going through the suffering. So that will be all the reaction I'm going to be taking on Peter Obi's visit in Ibadan.
Okay. Is
But I
that
quickly
all?
want to share
Is that all the video for the Ibadan journey and all that? We need to
the
take.
reaction. Yes, but I have something to share as well of Peter Obi meeting with
Okay.
Soludo. I just wanted to quickly show people this image right here. We all know how Soludo badmouthed Peter Obi and said all nasty things about him, and we saw Peter Obi's response, to the whole mantra that was going on. This is Peter Obi right here and Soludo in the church. They went for a birthday of a reverend father that just clocked 78 or thereabouts. So this is the picture. The picture has been making waves actually on social media, and people were like, oh, why is Peter Obi smiling with the same man who said a lot of nasty things about him and all that? But honestly, I don't know what people are expecting Peter Obi to do, if they are expecting him to keep malice with him or something. But a reaction actually caught my attention, and I said, let me bring it out here to share it with Nigerians that are watching us right now. This person here says, I wonder why some people would think this way. So you guys expect Peter Obi to keep malice and chin up when he meets his critics or haters? Obi is a reasonable man that understands how life works. In life, each level of greatness has obstacles and haters. I am waiting to see who Nigerians living in Nigeria will actually vote for in 2023. I will be watching from a distance. Poverty and success is in your hands. Choose rightly. So this statement actually caught my
Exactly.
attention, and I decided to bring it
Exactly.
here. Poverty and success is in our hands, so we have to vote wisely. And who do we vote for? Peter Obi. It's just crystal clear. It's simple as ABC. This caption, I said I must bring it out here and read it to Nigerians that are watching us right now, because I do not understand why some Nigerians that are practically living in Nigeria right now are still clamoring for the same set of people that has been making
Upon
us
the
suffer.
suffering,
Upon
upon the
all the
suffering
suffer,
they are
suffer,
passing through.
I'm telling you, Mr. Niger, what do you know that I was watching something on social media today? A man that was literally like broke, he could not even afford to buy himself akara for him, and they got talking, and this person wey no get money to buy akara to say na APC he wan vote for. Na im the guy wey buy the akara provoke say must give am back your 100 naira or make him vomit the
Yeah,
akara.
I saw the video. The guy actually bought him the akara based on his hungry. But later on, when he confirmed that he's voting for APC, the man said, please, either you give me my akara or give me back my money.
Exactly.
You know, I saw the video, but that's how it's supposed to be. I've said it before on this platform that none of us, especially those of us that live in the diaspora, stop sending money unnecessarily to anybody in Nigeria right now who doesn't have any kind of focus for their future. That's it. You know, if you want to be labeled as a bad person, so be it. Especially this festive period, this Christmas period. If you used to send money for your brother, your father, your mother, your wife back home, your husband back home, your children, and they cannot be able to identify and show to you evidence who they are voting for, first, to show you their PVC, two, to find out who they are voting for. Don't send them your money. It's just the fact we need to face the realism now and change the narrative. If not, we all will continue to talk and talk and talk on social media without no result. God forbid that. Over back to you, Kashi.
God forbid, oh, God forbid, God really forbid that we will come here and keep talking and our efforts will be in vain. God forbid. That's the reason why I said, let me quickly bring that statement to you or make una hear. God has given us the power. God has blessed Nigeria so much, and we do not need all these unnecessary prayers. It's good to pray, like I always say, but this power God has given us, He has also given us the power of free will. So please, guys, there's hunger in the land, there's anger, people are angry, people are frustrated, people are annoyed, everything just dey worry people right now. So you don't come and you're begging for stuff, somebody do something for you, you just say you still want vote the same people wey put you for that position where you did. Like, come on, guys. I know, do people even really understand what is going on in the society? Anyways, that being said, I beg, we will continue to the mount pressure on INEC, make them release our PVC for.
All right. I think Kashi is hanging right there. You know how Nigerian network day. So whenever they
And Mr. Niger Watch, can you hear me?
okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. I didn't even notice that. All right. Okay. Like I said before the network, we're going to be mounting pressure on INEC for them to do the needful by releasing people's PVCs and making sure that people get their PVCs and come out on that day to vote. Because this election is very personal. It's not going to be business as usual. It's not going to be the normal election that's been happening. It is very, very personal. Guys, please join us on screen. Click on the link right there on the comment section. Join us and lend your voice to the cause. I have one video to share with you guys of the Labour Party guy who came out to actually address, Reno or mockery, and went as far to say that Peter Obi is the total package. And I really accept and believe that Peter Obi is the total package. So we're not just talking about educational background right now or anything, who has the good character, who has the antecedent, who has been tested and trusted, who has said I will do this and the person did it, who has come out, who has been held accountable for stuff. Peter Obi is the total package. Anyhow we want to look at it, is the total package. So let me just quickly play this video for you guys. Help us to like and share the broadcast if you are yet to do so. Thank you so much and God bless you. And guys, please don't forget to use the $ to the right on the comment section to support what we do here. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you all. Let's do this, people. Please, let's take a look at this video together.
The INSEAD, Kellogg, Columbia, Harvard. What are you talking about? And someone like Reno. Anyway, I know Reno, so I usually don't want to pay attention to. If not that it's coming from me, I will actually utter no response because indeed some people ought to be totally ignored.
Right. Well, let me just make a quick point there, and in disagreeing with some of the things he said, which is that actually philosophy is a key area for a leader. Any leader who has a philosophical understanding of society understands how a vision ought to be created in a society, and it is out of that vision that you have followership and you lead a country and move them in the right direction.
For some of us who have risen up in the corporate world, we've learned a long time ago, it is important to be educationally qualified.
But I want you guys to notice something that me I have personally noticed, and I want to hear from you people. Make it not be saying only me they notice that. Guys, Do you see the way any representative that comes out from the Labour Party, do you see the way they talk? Like, do you listen to how they sound? They don't sound pressured. They don't sound as if they are reading from a script or something. Like, they sound as if they know exactly what they are talking about. And that is what I noticed from Mr. Kingsley right here. Please, guys, when I don't notice Abina, just me, they assume. Because just listen to how this man is very calculated. Listen to how he's speaking right now. And we've seen the likes of Kenneth Okonkwo. When he's talking, you know that this man is passionate. He knows exactly what he is talking about. So make una just listen. Make you not be saying at me. I'll be waiting una think. Is it just me or you guys feel the same way too? Make una tell me on the comment section, guys. Thank you.
But by far more important to be emotionally intelligent. Where you are, you understand you're going to play in the emotions of people. You have to be humble to listen to what people are saying. You have to be authentic to tell yourself the truth. You have to be able to use the right words in communicating your message. And in all this, Peter Obi is a total package. He is miles ahead. I can say this because I also know the other candidates very well.
Right.
So
Exactly. That's just what I wanted to bring out for you guys. Peter Obi is the total package. He is miles and miles ahead of every other person. He is the total package. Okay, that being said, that's all the video I am going to be sharing with you guys today. Thank you all so much for doing this with us. Please endeavor to like and share. Click on the link right there on the comment section to join screen so we all can discuss about what is affecting you and I in our beloved country called Nigeria. God bless you. Now let's move straight to the first panelist we have here for today, because we really need to start talking right now. The first person we have here, that will be Mr. Goodluck Sonny. Mr. Goodluck, good evening to you. Thank you for joining. Please talk to us. Mr. Goodluck, are you there, please? Okay, if Mr. Goodluck is not available right now, we're going to go straight to the next panelist we have here, and that will be Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello, good evening, madam. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yes, sorry for that noise.
That's fine. Please talk to us.
Okay, on top of the day to you guys. You know, I've been trying to click in for the past couple of days regarding about the 13% of the money that our state governors got from the presidency. It's so a shame that our honorable governor, vacancy governor, technocrat governor, he just kept quiet, and he thought maybe the secret will not come out. Thank God for a man like Obi that is revolution the policies of the arts of the politicians in Nigeria. You see, the money that came is so huge, 17 billion, 200 billion, how many billion they want to call it, I don't care. My state is suffering. There is no road. Gold is everywhere. The erosion problem is alarming. I saw what our guy on ground, Amausa, I saw what he did the other day. Was it yesterday or today? The video in Ibadan Hill. My eyes was full of tears. Seeing people's houses being carried away by waters. And we have a state governor that have pockets 13% of the oil revenue. There is oil in Benin. I don't have a lot of oil. We have in Ovia, we have in Orion, we have in Bobaoka. We have oil. I remember during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, that is Oshomole. Jonathan released about 6 oil wells to Edo State, that they should use that money to develop the state. And we also have massive oil well in Gelegele. If not for my brother, Elvis again, that is trying to shut me down so many times. I will start opening names of people that are salvaging the oils in Benin. The governor knows about it, and he's among of them. Sometimes I'm so ashamed to call myself a Nigerian, because these guys has no shame in their faces. They have no shame in their names. They have no shame in their
Engineer Ken, are you there? Oh, I
Okay,
think we lost
we lost
Engineer Ken right
we
there.
lost
Yes.
Engineer Ken.
Yes.
Before we have more people joining us, I would like us to listen to what the INEC chairman have to say here. Please make us share this broadcast and like as well. We don't have enough people watching today or on the panel. Does it mean that the football have actually dragged people, away? Let's watch this.
Events that are happening so fast. Well, earlier there's been controversies around whether or not there was a court ruling in respect of the voter registration and whether or not what INEC will do. So we have the INEC National Commissioner on Voter Education and Publicity, Mr. Festus Okoye. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
This place will soon become your second home. We're gradually getting there. Thank you so much for coming. And every time that we invite you that come to clarify some of these issues for Nigerians. I'm very sure you heard about a possibility, the ruling, those who went to court asking INEC to go back and continue voter registration. You heard about that, isn't it?
Yes, I'm aware, and the commission is aware, that there was a case pending in court relating to that particular issue. The commission is also aware that there's a possibility that a ruling or judgment or an order was made today relating to the matter. Now, the commission has not been served with the certified true copy of such an order or such a judgment. And as part of our business rules, we do not make a determination or base our decisions on the basis of media reports. We base our decisions and make our determination based on receipt of certified true copy of a court judgment or a court order. And when we receive such an order or such a judgment, we look at what the order has empaneled or compelled us to do, and also look at the fine details of the issues involved in the particular matter. And then we go ahead, if we've been compelled to obey a court order or a judgment, we definitely obey. If we have been directed to do one or two things, we definitely do that. But in relation to this particular matter, as I pointed out, we've not been served with the certified true copy of any judgment or any order. However, I'm aware that initially there was a report to the effect that a judgment was delivered today in relation to whether the commission has the constitutional and legal power to suspend, so to say, the continuous voters registration exercise on the 31st day of July 2022. So I'm aware of that. Secondly, I'm aware that the initial report in relation to the matter was that the commission shall and should resume the continuous voters registration exercise. Later, the same source where the newspapers and social media picked their report updated the same report or amended the same report to the effect that the court, in fact and in law, did not direct the commission to resume the continuous voters registration exercise. So until we get a copy of the order or the judgment, we are not in a position to make a conclusive determination on what exactly the court decided.
So, I mean, we're looking at what the reality will be. If the court asks you to resume registration and you look at your calendar,
yes,
realistically, because I mean, you told me the last time that November is when you will be doling out the PVCs for those who have registered from sometimes last year and June this year. Realistically, if the court asks you today to go back and register, will those registration be able to meet up 2023 election?
Well, it will be constitutionally and legally impossible for the commission to resume the continuous voters registration exercise. But this is without prejudice to the commission's position that we abide and obey judgments and orders from properly constituted court of law. Now, if you recall, on the 13th day of July 2022, the Honorable Justice M.O. Olajunwo of the Federal High Court had given a judgment in relation to the same issues on whether the commission has the right and the virus to suspend the continuous voters registration exercise. And she came to the conclusion that the law and the processes and procedures allows the commission to suspend the continuous voters registration exercise before the 90 days period provided in the law. And she made a determination and defined the word not later than in section 9, subsection 6 of the Electoral Act. Now, not only that, if you also look at section 19, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act, and also look at section 20 of the same Electoral Act, you will see that the framers of the law were very, very deliberate in using the word not later than. This is because section 19, subsection 1 gives the commission the right and the power to display the voters' register for public scrutiny within a period of 7 days before 90 days to the election. So what that means is that the commission cannot be carrying out continuous voters registration exercise and displaying the voters' register at the same time for claims and objections not later than 90 days. And so for the commission, the use of the word not later than 90 days presupposes that there are certain things and certain actions that we must take before the period of 90 days to meet up with the provisions of section 19, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act that demands that we shall display the voters' register for claims and objections within a period of 7 days, and then for claims and objections within a period of 14 days. And if somebody is dissatisfied with the determination that has been made by a revision officer, the person can appeal to the resident electoral commissioner within a period of 7 days.
Mr. Okoye, invariably, even if the court says, INEC, go back and register Nigerians, that might be an academic exercise that may not be as useful as much for these February and March election. You might have those in your can, but they might not be useful for the 2023 election, realistically. Because I want Nigerians hope, because from all of the processes that you have outlined and what the Constitution and the Electoral Act has stipulated and your guideline has stipulated, the windows are too tight for you to say you want to register and people, because I want Nigerians.
Anyways, guys, that is, let me just stop that video right there. So the truth is, for me, I do not know what the INEC talk. I don't know what they do. All I want is INEC should deliver. It's not, I don't think it's too difficult to ask. INEC should deliver, because all this they talk go left, they talk go right, they talk this, they talk that. It's not making sense to me. And what that room came for, I don't understand what's going on. Like that is not what we want to be hearing right now. All I want is INEC should deliver. INEC will deliver. That is what I want. Let people where they go collect their PVC, make people where they go register for their PVC, make them go collect their PVC. Make them make the PVC ready for them to go and collect. That is all. That is all. Me, I don't understand where all this one where they talk go left and right they come from. I'm not interested. I just want INEC to deliver. That is all. So people can come out on that day and vote. I know Nigerians cannot wait to vote. I know Nigerians cannot wait to take their country back. The suffering is too much. Like I've said before, for everybody who says the obedience have been emotional, it reached today emotional because Nigerians have suffered. Nigerians are going through hell. In fact, at this point, Nigerians are angry. If you talk one, people will give you 7. Just imagine person wey give person 100 naira to buy akara. When he hear say the person they vote for APC, the next thing he tell the person may give am back in akara or may return back in 100 naira wey use buy am. That's to show you say people are angry. Like, how can you open your eyes and still want to vote for the same people that has put us in this mess? What other thing do they want to come and tell us? What exactly do they want to come and tell us that they've not been telling us all this while? Do you think if they have the solutions to the problems, do you think they will never fix them? Do you think if they really want to fix this thing, they're not going to fix them? They just politicize every single thing for this country. They just choose to weaponize poverty. And like I've said before, these guys are well exposed. These guys go out, they see how things are being done, they see how a system works. Why is it so difficult for them to implement it in Nigeria? Why? Why is it so difficult? You get it that again, we will not know. Why is it so difficult? I mean, if you enjoy the healthcare system abroad, why can't you do one here in Nigeria? If you enjoy the good road, why can't you do good roads here too? If you enjoy the good, educational system over there, why can't you make your own work too? Is it too much to ask for? Is it too much? And like I've said, how can APC want to save us from APC? Like, have you ever heard of such a thing before? Because when I start thinking about these things, I'm beginning to feel like these guys must really feel that we are stupid. These guys must really feel that we don't have sense, because I do not understand why they will come out and be saying things that doesn't even make sense. Because I don't know whether it makes sense to una wey dey comment section o. Abeg una tell me, because for me the thing no just be like say I understand wetin the guy dey talk. I dey try to understand. I just dey since dey look, but the thing no dey enter. That's why I say, you know what, make I just stop the video, make I just give INEC their warning. We go do hashtag. In fact, if una dey post now for social media, una dey do hashtag occupy INEC. Make INEC do the needful. They should not try what this thing wey would they look like. Make them not try am. Make them not try am. Make them not try am at all. And it baffles me why the same set of people who are suffering still want to vote for the same set of people where they make them suffer. It's baffling. Like, sometimes I wonder whether na juju they use for us. If na juju, that juju supposed to don't wash out. That juju supposed to don't clear. I'm telling you, because it's so painful. It's time for the people to fight back. It is time for Nigerians to get their country back. It is time. It don't be like say we do on that spell. I beg, if not spell, make we break that spell. Because I am tired. I am tired. I am extremely tired. The suffer is just too much. It is. Thank you, guys. Make sure help us like and share the broadcast. Martina Obasi TV say, it don't make sense to me at all, my sister. I just now let me dey inside, because I just they watch. I don't understand what they talk. They just they speak English. They use and they confuse person. They speak English here and there. Me, I don't understand that. My own be saying I make INEC deliver. As they don't frustrate people to register, may they give people their PVC. Make people feel see what they go use votes now on that day. Election is around the corner. Today is 24th. Before you know now, February don't reach, because next week now we don't enter December. But it remain for February to reach. Less than 95 days to election. We still they speak English. I next thing they speak English to us. I don't understand. This thing where they do, me they just make sure they know they try to play anything with Nigerians. So because it's not go funny at all. It's not going to be funny because everybody is tired. Thank you. Dr. Joy Alozie don't talk and say we are all tired. Thank you, Joy. Udoka Alozie. Thank you very much. Michael Okere say he's just trying to confuse people, my dear. But Nigerians, this is not the time for us to be confused, though. If we don't understand anything, we'll begin to ask questions now. Not be the time for us to be confused at all. Thank you so much, guys. Like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. I welcome you all to today's broadcast, the viewers, the wonderful people on the comments, the panelists. Thank you all so much. Just in case you want to join us, click on the link right there on the comment section and I'll join. And you will join me here on screen. You more, what I do now? You say, Kachi, my girl, you are funny. What I do, you more. Oginidi, wetin I do? E no reach to complain. E reach now, my brother. I beg you, these people don't tire person. Oh yeah, now we have Omoye's Corner in the building. Omoye's Corner, good evening to you. How you doing today?
Hey, Kachi, how now?
I
Greetings,
do.
greetings. In fact, I they listen to your submission and they say, is there any need for me to even say anything anymore? You don't talk everything finish now, you know. Greetings to Mr. Elvis. Thank you very much for your consistency. Why easy? Not easy, but God will
Good
bless you.
evening, Yes Corner. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. God will bless you for us, whether you like them or not. So, Obaseki never explained finish. He still has a lot to explain. He needs to explain why there are 110,000 students out of school. He needs to explain that.
All right, Yes Corner. Before we call you, let me
Uh,
just play that video so that we can just talk on that now.
okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. All right, my people, as you all know, yesterday we came out to talk about, in fact, for the past 1 week now, we'll be talking about Governor Obaseki and on the 13% derivation that was paid to Edo State, and if he deliberately did not talk about it. Now he's responded because Nigeria Watch have called him out. Some of our way they belittle us, we believe say for our mind say we're not too big like that. Remember, we have called Governor Obaseki out so many times and he come out to respond to us. Nigeria Watch is the first to pick on this, and we've been calling him here and they have continued to respond to that. Today again, yesterday they responded twice. Today they have responded again. Let's watch this video together.
This disbursement was to start this year, but some states, 1 or 2 states went to court to restrain. All that happened, and then the releases now started in October, just last month. What federal government did, though, was to keep the share of each state. So by the time they started releasing, Edo State got 2 tranches, 2 quarter payments in arrears, and what we got was 700 million per quarter. This is verifiable in our bank account just behind here at Sterling Bank. So we've received 3 quarterly releases so far. 700, 700, 700. That is what has come into the state coffers. And it is verifiable, it is in the bank. Office of the Accountant General has the records. So our share was 28 billion. Net is to be distributed over 5 years, quarterly. That will be 20 quarterly instrumental releases. 3 has come so far. Each has been 700, 700, 700. And
Oga Commissioner, it's easy to say you've received 700 million into 3 places, which makes it to be 2.1 billion. That's fine. My question to you and your Oga, your principal governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, is that how come when you guys was awarded this money, you did not carry Edo people along? When you received the first 700 million, you did not mention anything about it. The second 700 million, you did not mention anything about it. The third 700 million, you refused to mention anything about it. How come that we've started, we can expose you all, we started calling on the governor that our right constitutionally, he needs to carry everybody along. He needs to explain to Edo people if he have received the money. If it's yes, what have he done with the money? Now, you are saying you people have received 700 million into 3 places. You guys have kept it secret within yourselves. When I say talking is very, very important, my people. If we not talk just now, these people not come out to confess like this. Let's listen further.
Has come so far. Each has been 700, 700, 700. And how that money was spent, again, we have the records for anybody that wishes to see. Is that governors, even at the federal level, we put out budget. Capital expenditure versus recurrent expenditure. Development happens with capital expenditure. It is only Mr. Obaseki that has actually, by the time you audit the government's financials, you will see that for under Obaseki, capital expenditure is bigger than recurrent. And last year, we almost closed out at 90% actualization of the capital expenditure budget. Now, this is the reality. And this, in fact, last week, the governor received an award on behalf of Edo State government from World Bank They studied Edo State government, all the states in the federation, over the last 4 years. The program is called the State Fiscal Transparency, Accountability, and Sustainability Program. Federal government executed it with support from the World Bank. At the end of the program, they now gave governors awards. Edo State governor picked up an award for Edo State. They called it the state with the most efficient expenditure pattern, which means that they studied the spending in the Edo State government. No padding, value for money, and you were actually delivering. And so they gave, it was only Edo State that got that award on expenditure efficiency. And this is from World Bank. So we are not talking about some entity that you can go and say, come and give this award. The World Bank gave that award to the governor last week.
This state has judiciously used all the resources. We're not a rich state, but we are rich in human capital development, and we are rich in the sense that we have a lot of people who are able to manage our resources in such a way we get the major benefit from it. And that is why when the federal government a few days ago released the multidimensional poverty index, Edo was just among the best states not suffering from poverty because we are using our money properly. We are not using it for fancy projects to make people or make the state look good. Instead, we're using it to build a system where people are taken care of to make sure that life is better for our people, not fancy projects. Now, under normal circumstances, we won't want to speak on Oshomole because he doesn't have the moral authority to talk about transparency, accountability, especially when we have the most frugal government, the most transparent government Edo State has produced in the last 25, 30 years, which is this government headed by Governor Obaseki. To have someone like Adams Oshomole question us is actually embarrassing. But we will not speak yet. We will wait for when he climbs the podium. We are lucky he's also contesting an election. At the right time, we will now call him to answer to Edo people. And we hope you people will be able to ask him these questions which I have raised.
On annual basis, our budget is usually between 250 billion and 300 billion. What percentage of 250 billion is 2.1? It's less than 1%. So I'm sure from there you can analyze how important this amount is compared to the budget that we're implementing already for the state. So it's not a fantastic amount that has come into the state. Yes, some governors try to use it to play politics, but these are the facts. We are journalists and media experts.
Crusoe Saigi, our question is that if we didn't call you guys out, how come you guys did not mention that you received this money? You're just talking with pride. I don't understand.
These are the facts. We are journalists and media experts. That man there is a chartered accountant. He doesn't have any business with you. I'm sure this is the first time you're seeing him in a press conference. So he's just here to crunch the numbers and give you the facts.
All right, my people. Let's start talking on this. Kashi, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ninja Watch, for bringing that video again. Oh my Corner, please go ahead. Thank you.
These people are a bunch of dum-dums, I have to say. I'm sorry. Just listening to everything that they're saying, to me, they're just throwing words around, big words around, without even carrying anybody along. The question is, what are the visible things that people can see that are obvious that you have resolved? Are the roads any better? 1 billion is not small. Are they kidding us? 2 billion. There's some people get that amount here, and the less than 2.1 billion, and we can see what they do with it. The question now directly, why is the governor not coming out himself to talk to the people? Is there something wrong with talking and carrying your people along? The roads are there for us to see. The roads are dead traps for people. You can't even ply those roads. Water flood has taken over people's homes. What are they talking about? What did they do with $2.1 billion? Since that's what they are claiming they have received in trenching. What have they done with it so far? Where are the receipts? We have 110,000 children out of school. What have they done to resolve that? People are they taking care of that we don't know about? It doesn't make any sense to me. These people are just full of themselves. Everything I see is just pride, 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 pride. Do you have to praise yourself? Is it not the people that will come out and say, oh, our governor did this, our governor, and show us? Whole idea now that Wike has blown the whistle on all of you, you are now running like rats, coming out and tell the people rubbish. You are not making any sense. You're not explaining in details in a language that your people will understand. When they will also agree with you and say, oh yes, Ogene Wema, yes, Ogene Wema Olealuona, Ogene Luo, Eloma, yes, Sevo. Meaning he really said he was going to do this. He actually did it, and we saw it. That Edo people are really paying attention to all of this. Because what I see here is that we keep allowing people who have no connection with the people who are only after their own stomachs to come and lead people. That man himself a chartered accountant. You are saying people should come to Edo State to come and see that there are things that he has done. What exactly? Can you name it? Name it. Call it. He did this road from this stretch to this stretch. He built this from this stretch to this stretch. Children they are no longer required to pay school fees from primary or from nursery to primary 6 or whatever. Nothing like that. What about pensions for the people? I remember a man that went to Brekete family to go and cry. He has not received his pension. The man don't go Bini, go Bini, go Bini. The man was traveling to Bini from Muromi, Abiu Biaja, going to Bini to go and collect his pension as a civil servant. He did not get it. The man eventually became paralyzed on one side. He could not. He could barely feed himself and his family. The small petty trades that his wife was doing, that's what they were surviving on. And the man was making so much money. He took a Brekete, the man over Brekete family, to send him some urgent funds first. He couldn't even take himself to the hospital. What are you doing, Obaseki, if that is your real name? Because I doubt that you are really a son of the soil. I heavily doubt it. And if you are, then Omoale. I'm afraid to say that. Because there's no way you are a true father or mother of your son, of that soil, of that red soil, and not feel the pain of your people. You are ashamed. So people have come out and have said that that Obaseki is what? The best governor since what? In 25 years. The people that are talking for you, are they high on Chipo Gogoro or Kai? Are they high? Let them go and read history. You see why history is very important to our people? We need to understand history so that you will know that these people are just giving you not even crumbs. They are not giving you crumbs from the table. They are giving you nothing. To put a Bemudia and the likes of Ambrosali. Are you freaking kidding me? Obaseki, why are you not talking to your people? So high and mighty that you cannot come down to the level of your people and talk in the language they understand and help and make them understand what you have done. Are you that high and mighty? Do you think you're going to be a leader or a governor of Edo State forever? Is that what you think? You think that this world is going to just revolve around you without anybody holding you accountable? You have something else coming. Because you know what? A lot of us Edo people are now aware, thanks to Peter Obi and the likes of Wike, you will not rest. You see this one. Anyway, you remain time, you remain small, you come out. We will start encouraging history from now on. Let's start writing down those that we know have done and those that we know have not done. Don't care what it takes. These people have to be called out. Obaseki, you do not deserve to be called an excellency. You don't deserve it. Come out and talk to your people direct. Face me, I face you with your full chest, because you ain't doing nothing. You be running a state and your family is in Lagos. Make that make sense. That means you don't even care about the people over. So all you care about is just go fund the money from the state, because you think that they are mugus, mumu people, village people, those states. So you can take advantage, run the office anyhow, take all the money when you want to take on, so that you go call, they'll come name you as one of the most wealthiest people. You know, go better for now. You know, go better for now. Obaseki, if you know what's good for you, come out and talk to your people. Not use all this your runners. What they call them? All these agbayans, where they don't know what they do. Not be by icon, not be by icon, not be by degree, now by common sense and wisdom. You guys clearly don't care about the people that voted you in. It's such a pity. It's a shame. It's an insult to the people. It's an insult. Remind you. You see those people that you think are beneath you, that you can't talk to, they have people all over the world. We are coming for you. Be there, okay? Be deceiving yourself and the followers that you have. Now, let me come to Adebanjo. God will bless that man. Pray that that man will live his days in strength and in health, and that he will see the change that has come to Nigeria. It gladdened my heart to see such a man. He's 90. Look at him, able to raise his hand up. Even help Obi carry his hand up. Meanwhile, Agbado cannot. He cannot do it. The man that is looking for the interest of his children's children. That's what this man has just proved. If he better for him, he don't better for everybody. Now, these kind of people, you know, you see, in every tribe, you're going to have sellouts. In every tribe. The era of slave trade is still running in the slaves, those people that sold their brothers and sisters, we are seeing them literally in leadership positions. It runs in some people's veins. That's why you see they don't care about their brothers and their sisters. They will sell them for a dime. That's what it is. But for the likes of Pa Ayo Adebanjo, God bless him for coming out and speaking to his people in the language that they understand, so that they will know the importance of voting the right person in. God will bless him and his generation. He will not know any lack. His family name will be upheld. History will be kind to him and his household. My goodness. That's or your people shut down obedient rally. I really appreciate that. And for Mr. Elvis, I really echo your sentiments about security with Peter Obi. I was really petrified when I saw that man with a dagger. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know why. That shouldn't even be happening. Peter Obi, I beg, our excellency, Oga, our president, please, our candidate. If any one of you is working directly with Peter Obi, please, see, the hope of Nigerians is on Peter Obi. He should take this thing for granted and be running and letting crowd rush to him. Please, we need him. Let him not dash people's hopes with this thing, because it's not what is happening now is bigger than him. He should be careful. Those around him should pay more attention and keep him protected. That man needs to be protected at all costs. Please, there need to be a clear demarcation between where people will come, as far as people will go, and how they can see him. They should be able to touch him or reach out to him. Please. We cannot afford to play any sort of games at this critical time in our history, because I know that the opposition, they are wishing ill upon him. They are wishing that something will happen that will just silence him forever. We know he has the protection of the Creator. However, we need him to be protected physically. I beg. Please, those that are protecting him, those that are around him, please do the needful. Ensure that you put barricades. Ensure that the distance between him and people is very clear. And also, you want to be cautious of the people that are coming to your rallies. If any incident happens or any accident happens, it's going to be on him. Please, people should be very careful. We need to be very careful. You know, And then Dr. Haruna, I watched that video. I was very pleased by it. He just put a compilation of the endorsements that Peter Obi has gotten so far. I mean, we've seen that those videos play out. I appreciate him doing it in a video. It, well edited and well put together. So, Dr. Haruna, thank you very much for doing that. And of course, there'll be more and more people. There are people coming out now that we never even thought were obedient, and more and more. Even the Agbado, did we not see him listening into the Twitter space while Peter Obi was on? Everybody, last, go be obedient. I'm telling you, even the article himself will be obedient. And before I yield for the next person, really quickly, I was listening to Bode George, the elderly man, Pa Bode George, right? He was talking about the crisis within PDP, and he mentioned it was in Yoruba news. It was in Yoruba language. So he was explaining. He said, in the PDP, right, you have what's it called? Ayu. Ayu is from North Central. Atiku is from Northeast, right? And then Tambuwa is from Northwest. All of them, all from the. And the issue is where the people that are South, what are they going back to tell their people? There's nothing for their people to even lash on. There's no leadership position, nothing. What kind of arrangement is that? And they expect them to take it and fold their hands. That, for instance, he's from the West. What will he now go back and tell them? Do you understand? So the issue, he said, look, if for him, instead of him to sell his people out, and all these people come and take them, no, he's not going to be a part of it. Where his people will be suffering, no, he's not going to be part of it. The issues that are in way, they are going. He said, even in the constitution, the candidacy of the president to him, but they didn't make a fuss about it. They said, okay, fine, to their turn to make sure that there's equity, right, all across board. They are adamant about keeping the three northern people in their very visual positions of makes sense. That makes sense. What kind of greed does Mikano have? Greed is that. In the highest places. Stroll down from Dubai to come and run for feel and line your pockets and the pockets are your friends, as you said. Still left in the coffers of the Nigerian treasury. Una wish don't fail. Una plan don't fail. Now Peter Obi or nothing. Una try any nonsense. Una go they receive woto. You are going nowhere. APC, go and sit down with your great grandchildren.
Thank you so much on his corner. Thank you very much for your wonderful submission right there. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you. Please endeavor to like and share the broadcast, guys. And do not forget to support us by using the $ to the right on the comment section. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Madam Rita, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, wherever you are. Panelists are Elvis and beautiful Kachi, Mommy Diaspora, everyone.
Thank you. Good evening to you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening. Yestika, I don't know. She's been making sense since 21 BC. I don't know. It's just she just keeps dropping the truth like basketballs, like bombs, man. It's like a meteorite just landing on Edo States in a female form. God bless you, my sister. God bless you. I'm just gonna start with Mr. Egboigbe. Isn't the commissioner for something? I saw something regional planning or something, or budget. Everyone in Nigeria, Elvis. I think I said it yesterday. They are just going to pad this announcement. Governor Obaseki will never come out because he sees Edo people as dirty flies. What is playing out? He has proven me right. So his handlers will come out and they will wear suits and start to speak basketballs English and twist and turn everything for the lame people who don't understand that they say he's working. Even the so-called handlers or the supporters, especially some of them in diaspora, that are supposed to be educated, will say, okay, they've said it, he's working. I don't know whether to say I was disgusted or it was comical, just looking at Chris Nehikare and Mr. Igboigbe and Kuso Osage talking. I'm like, oh, what manner of men do we have? Well, anyway, they are fighting for their stomach, as it's very obvious. And Mr. Igboigbe, you said something. You said, if you can go to, I don't know, he mentioned the bank where the money was disbursed to. I think the so-called technical Governor Obaseki, I think he has a website or a Facebook account. If you guys were so transparent, it's so easy. It's easy to be kind, just like it's so easy to be transparent. Copy and paste the bank statements to prove you're innocent. Put it in your websites. Put it on his Twitter. Put it on his all social media platforms. As a matter of fact, if Governor Obaseki is so ashamed for them to put it on his Facebook account, because of posterity's sake, at least Commissioner for Information, Kuso Osage, even Mr. Igboigbe, you all have accounts. Chris Nehikare, you all have accounts. Copy and paste there. It's easy. Computerized copy and paste. Scan it and paste it. Show us the bank statements. I don't know if they think they're talking to. I don't know. I think they're talking to fools. I don't know. It's so funny that it was said 117 billion. That's what I told you guys. I see, my prediction is always right. When somebody put from the cable network was saying it's 17 billion, I said Edo State got more than that. There's nothing that it is not. It is not. It is even more than the 28 billion that Mr. Igboigbe is even claiming. It's more than that. It is they are just going to pad everything. Governor Obaseki wants them to just come make a press statement because there's a whole hoopla about this announcement by Governor Wike, and they expect it to fizzle out and everybody go back to square one. Well, Nigeria Watch is not going to take this down. We are going to be talking about this every freaking day. Governor Obaseki and your handlers, it's not going to go away. We are going to talk about it. If Nigeria doesn't talk about it, anytime we come to talk about Peter Obi, I will bring it up myself. We must talk about it every day because this press conference was just to douse the fire that is already rising. But it's not going to work. We are going to talk about it every freaking day. And talking about the expenditure, he said, if I may be very rare, Mr. Igboigbe said the expenditure award was given to them by the World Bank. I'm so happy. Maybe he caught himself there when he said World Bank. At least he didn't talk about maybe a reputable assessment company or an organization that resides in Nigeria, World Bank. Let it be known. Let me tell you guys something. World Bank. We all know World Bank, disperse money to different states for different projects. Now, what betide any governor who takes that money and don't spend it for the reason why it was given? So therefore, since Mr. Igboigbe said World Bank gave him an award, for example, the Ibadan Road was done by World Bank. It wasn't done by Governor Obaseki. And I'm sure some other little mini projects, done by World Bank. So, however, they probably sent their assessment workers to assess, okay, has this work been done? Has the money been spent judiciously? Apparently, maybe by the cosmetic look, they'll say, okay, it's been done. There's no risk. There's nobody that's going to say, okay, let me look at the quality of work. Okay, World Bank gave me money to build a classroom of 2 blocks of classroom. When they go there, they say, okay, 2 blocks of classroom. The governor gives them some good entertainment and all that. So they write their report. Listen, I've done these things before. So that's what I'm talking like this. So if you say World Bank has given to them, fine. That's okay. It's just World Bank. Because the money that World Bank gave you is what they assessed you on. We're not talking about World Bank. We're talking about the 13% derivation fund. Mr. Igboigbe, we're not stupid. Don't make everything topsy-turvy and turn it around and make it seem as if we don't know what we're talking about. We damn well know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about. And then there's something that Chris Nehikare said. Oh my God, I don't know what to say. This my Edo brothers. I will call them my Edo brothers. Chris Nehikare, Mr. Igboigbe, and Kuso Osage. Because it is quite embarrassing, quite painful, disgusting, overwhelming to see that somebody will just tell you a white lie right in your face. It's like the rain is, you're pissing on me and you're telling me it's raining. Basically, that's just what they just did to Edo people. And Chris Naikare says something. We don't do fancy projects. Oh, really? I explained something few days ago, I think over the weekend. I said cosmetic work done. Cosmetic work done. When a woman is already beautiful, like my sister Omoye now, she wants to make herself more beautiful and she puts on makeup. She puts on foundation, lipstick, eyelashes, puts on a weave on her head. That is cosmetic done. She's already existing as a beautiful woman. She just wants to enhance it because maybe she just wants to torture some people. So that is exactly what Governor Obaseki did. He did cosmetic work on Ogbe Stadium. He did cosmetic work on the Secretariat. He even did cosmetic, in fact, he didn't even do a cosmetic work on the Kawan Road. For me, he destroyed the Kawan Road. As you and I, that road is not, that was one of the best roads in Edo State. That road is destroyed as far as I'm concerned. And the project is still ongoing, 2 years plus and counting. Or maybe it's even 3 years plus now and counting. It's so sad. It's annoying. It's annoying for the fact that, you're speaking to us like maybe Edo people don't have sense, or we don't have some sense of dignity, or some sense of understanding of what mathematics is, or what projects are, or what quality projects are. So it's kind of insulting, for them to come out and they think that this matter will go away. It ain't gonna go away. It is not gonna go away. We know, in fact, it not go come out. Let me speak English. This matter would not go away because we are fighting for the soul of Edo people. We all need to get educated. All of you in Europe, North America, Asia, Edo people, get yourself educated so that nobody will come and tell you rubbish, so that no governor will come and make you feel like you are nothing, and make you feel like you are a pig, and make you feel like you are less than a human being. Get yourself educated. Meet people that can explain things to you. Network with people like Nigeria Watch Group. Network with so that people will educate you on certain things. If you do not know, you don't have to speak English. If you wanted to give it to you in pidgin English or even Benin language, they can explain it to you properly so that you understand. So there's no governor that will come in suit and start to speak English that is not even correct or comprehensive and deceive you. Nobody can do that. So people, get yourself educated. And those of you who have the opportunity to speak to your people, explain to them in simple language. Any language that they understand, explain it to them concisively so that they understand, and no bagger will come and say, I want to be a Edo State governor and deceive us, or a senator or House of Rep and come to deceive us by talking about numbers. They wear suits, they wear glasses and come and speak rubbish English. It's annoying. And speaking about being frugal, Chris Nehikare, you say you have a very frugal governor. Oh, speaking about frugality, the typical example of somebody who is frugal and who is also has a very good foresight in terms of governance and development is Peter the Rock Obi. That is an example of a person who is frugal. Now, Peter Obi was a very frugal man. He saved money. He never took one single land. He was helping the state develop. Anambra State became #1 in education. He also brought Innocent Motor, a manufacturing plant of vehicles. I don't want to even go to the roads, the network of roads in Anambra, in all the rural. I don't want to go there. Now, coming down to Edo State, Chris Nehikare, if you want to talk about frugality, for the past 6 years now, 6 years, can you tell me what your frugal boss has done so far in education? Can you tell me what your frugal boss has done so far in infrastructure? Can you tell me what your frugal boss has done in security? Can you tell me what your frugal boss has done in alleviating the high prices of food in Edo State with the trade unions? Can you tell me that, Chris Nehikare? Can you look at us in the face and tell you that your governor was so frugal, that he was so good in developing the state? You and I know, Chris Nehikare, if you are listening, Edo State is beyond par. It's beyond par, amongst his counterparts. Where is Governor Obaseki? Where is the man that took the oath of office? Chris Nehikare, Mr. Igbebe, and Crusoe Osage, I know you guys are handlers. I know your boss is your boss, but when we talk about 17 billion naira, That's a freaking lot of money. We don't need handlers. We need the person who's supposed to be the man that's supposed to be in trust of the money for Edo State. That's the person we need to speak to. And that is what Peter Obi is saying. The buck stops at your desk. Just like I remember very well, 2020 election. I think it's Francis Emata when he came to, I think it was Channels TV or Arise, and they were talking about the politics and the election, and people were criticizing, the dilapidating state of certain parastatals in Edo State under Oshomole. I remember very well. Francis Emata said, the buck stops at the desk of Governor Oshomole. So anything that's not working, it stops at Governor Oshomole. He will carry the heat. He will carry the blame. So therefore, right now, Governor Godwin Obaseki, the buck stops at your desk. You will take the heat. You will take the blame. You will take the criticisms. And we need answers. We need answers. Thank you.
Thank you
Speaking
very
about
much.
Pa Adebanjo, that is that man is a national treasure. That's all I have to say about that man. He's a national treasure. He's somebody that I know that his family will be so proud of. He looks good for the man in his 90s. He looks good, and I pray that the Lord will give him a more healthy life. For him to stay here and see the Nigeria that he aspires to see. And thank God for Dr. Haruna. God bless him. Keep speaking. I think that's about it for now. And protection for Peter Obi. We should put him in prayers, but the team of Peter Obi, they should also be very security conscious. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita, for your wonderful submission right there. Let's move to Mr. T. Mr. T, please talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kashi. Thank you, Mr. Naja. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Thank you, all of the panelists, and to those in the diaspora. I think Canada and then the United States. Happy Thanksgiving today. Well, I think the two ladies in the house, the super ladies, they said it all. But just to probably say one or two things here. And so the question will go out to anyone that is still out there, still rooting for Tinubu and Atiku. One question I will ask you, if you can move closer to your TV, your computer, your phone, or whatever device you're watching with is, what more evidence do you need that these guys are not competent to rule Nigeria? And so if you can see very close to your TV set or your computer or your phone or whatever device you're listening with tonight or this morning or this afternoon, what more evidence do you need that Tinubu is not capable of ruling the country called Nigeria? He has education, no doubt about that. But do you want someone that is being questioned about his life to be your president? And I'll ask you to take an example from Colombia and see what is happening to the country today. And so are you not up until now tired of the pain and the crisis and the looting and the death that people are going through in the country called Nigeria? Graduates finish from school, people cannot even feed themselves today because you have these wicked leaders. So what more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need, people? And so for the people in the Edo State House of Assembly, you guys are just educated fools. Because you can deceive some people for some time, but you cannot deceive all the people all the time. The governor just paid you guys to come display your foolishness on the on live media, because the numbers that you gave are not just, they don't make no sense. And if you feel they does make sense, then how will the people in Edo State feel riches, wealth, and they are still complaining because one of you said that you take people out of poverty? You guys are just foolish monkeys in coats or in suits. And so it just borders on the fact that you guys should be role models to other youth. But today, your conscience and your mind has been seared with iron, so you don't feel the pain that other people are going through. Guys, what more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need, people? What more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need? The country is dying. People are crying. Everything is going down. What more evidence do you need in Edo State that the road that you said you tar, the roads are bad? They are on social media. People picking up the roads by the side. Everything is just broken apart. And you're there making some fancy grammar because you feel you went to school, and then the other women in the villages don't have access to education. You guys are just acting based on your principle, paying you money to come deceive the people. That's not cool, young people. You guys are young, you're in your 40s, and you're just deceiving people. What more evidence do you need? Nigeria Watch is showing it to you right now. Look at people, and come on, guys. You guys are just trying to be intelligence, but you're just smart fools. And I'm not just I may say sorry for using that word, but you know, sometimes you can, I mean, you can deceive someone like Rita or Omoyes Corner or Niger Watch. You have intelligence people on this platform and they are calling you guys out. And what more evidence do you need? These are not Photoshop, people. These are not Photoshop. These are real things happening. You're being paid by the federal government. What, I mean, big amount of money, and then you guys just keep the money somewhere so that you can loot the money after you leave office. But one thing you forget to understand is that history will judge you. History and time will judge you guys. You can fool some people for some time. You cannot fool other people all the time. People, look at erosion everywhere. Guys, you guys have the privilege to sit in that house today, but the younger ones cannot look at you anymore as a role model. Come on, guys, do the right thing. People are suffering, they are crying, people are dying every day. What more evidence do you need, Obaseki, that your people are crying, your people are dying, your youth don't even have work out there to go do? You're bringing people from every other part of the country, but your adult brothers and sisters are suffering. What more evidence you need, Obaseki? It's enough, it's enough, it's enough, it's enough, Obaseki. People are dying. How, please, can you rescue your people in Edo State? What more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need? People are crying, people are suffering, people are dying. People are dying. The money was given to you not for siphoning or stealing. The money was given to you to better the life of your people. And today, because you are the governor, you are now above every other person in the state. Not even your king can talk to you anymore. And these are guys that even went out there to canvass for you when you're going to throw you out of your governorship race. Then, Obaseki, will you please pay attention to your people? Will you please pay attention to your people? You're clamoring for 320 something billion naira budget. If you go around in Benin State, Benin people are not up to 320 billion people. No. That means you can take this money and then give individual family 1 million naira, and that will go enough for each family. But everyone brought their power to give to you to go represent them, and then today you turn around to stab them in the face. Come on, bro, that's not cool. People are crying, people are suffering, people are dying. Uniben used to be one of the premier universities in Nigeria, but it's now dead. And so you guys are being educated, you have free education, but today you've killed the system. You killed the system, bro. That's not cool. That's not cool. People are dying. People are suffering. What more evidence do you need Nigerians to understand that these elderly people is enough for them? They should just go and sit down behind the wheel and let a new breed of people take the steering and take us to the promised land. Even the aspirants today, they don't have peace of mind because their families back home in Nigeria, they are suffering, they are dying. And so people work in diaspora, they work their ass to take care of their family back home in Nigeria. What more evidence do you need? What more evidence do you guys need to understand that people are suffering and dying? Make the right choice in the next year election. Turn things around. What more evidence do you need? Is it the Bula Balu or the PDAPC? It's not sinking anymore. It's not sinking anymore.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I yield the floor at this time.
Thank you very much, Mr. T, for those words. Thank you very much. I still look at what Mr. Johnson Emmanuel is saying. We need to ask why 1 kilometer of road costs 1 billion naira in Nigeria. Why the same road costs equivalent of 200 million naira in Germany? Honestly, they loot the country dry. Now take a look at this video. See where woman being this day. See the road. See how bad it is. Just take a look. How will somebody even grow well here? How will somebody be healthy living in such an environment? It is tiring. It is frustrating. Guys, please, I know someone had a try. For coming out here every day to do this, you guys are doing very well. Please, make una continue to the talk on people. We can't continue to live like this. Nigerians cannot continue to suffer like this, especially when God has blessed us with all the resources we need to succeed in life. We really need to keep talking to people and get more people on our side. As you can see, more people are throwing in their support publicly for Peter Obi. We need more and more people to join the cause. Thank you very much for lending your voice today. Thanks to everyone on the comment section. Thanks to the viewers. Even if say they still play football today, or you guys still came here to do this with us. This is just to show that you want Nigeria to be good and to be great again. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. I say a very big thank you to Mr. J.E. for the super chat and also to Mr. Edo Light for the super chat. Thank you all so much. God bless you all. We're going to be taking the closing remark of 1 minute right now, guys. Please, let's just do our final closing remark before we end up the show. Thank you very much. And we're going to be starting with Omoye. Omoye, please, your 1 minute closing remark. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing. Coming here every day is not easy. I can only imagine. There are days that one doesn't feel like doing anything, but you guys always find the strength somehow. So I have to keep saying thank you. I'm just gonna say to Governor Obaseki, I hope he's looking at these pictures, and I'm sure there are multiple videos just like this. He needs to really think, right? The people that cried and voted for him, what has he done for those people? The market women, the young men and women that came out and rallied for him. What has he done for their communities? And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about the entire Edo state. What has he done? What is he going to say he did while he was in office? What can he point to physically that he would say he has done to alleviate the sufferings of the people? Would he want to live in a place like this? That's a question I have for Obaseki. I hope he can respond to this. I hope he can come down from his high horse to the people that voted him in and speak to them in a language that they understand. Because at the end of the day, it is what a man leaves behind that matters. It is not when he's in power, but what you did while you had that power. Posterity will judge him. And Peter the Rock will be all the way. Be cool. Let's carry go. We move strongly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Omoye's Corner. Madam Rita, please, your 1 minute closing remark. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Omoye, to be honest, Governor Obaseki would not come to see this squalor. You know, he's too posh to even dip his nice shoes in water or in dirty dustbin like what we're looking at right now. I just want to urge everybody, you know, don't let this matter go away. You know, many more is coming. You were just hearing about the 13%. You know, that's just on the wayside. There's more coming, and you know, no matter what, always know that you have a right to ask questions no matter what. Don't ever feel marginalized, people. Don't ever feel that you are nothing, or you don't have money, or you're not you don't have the you don't have the power to ask anybody, these government officials, any question. You do have. Keep speaking, keep sharing Nigeria Watch videos, keep supporting Peter the Rock Obi. Never relent, never feel intimidated, just keep standing strong. In the end, we will be victorious. God bless you all. Have a good
Amen.
evening.
Amen. God bless you too. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. Mr. T, please, your closing remark before we round up the show. Thank you. Mr. T, please unmute yourself. Mr. T? Okay, guys, I believe Mr. T.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much for the time. I mean, so interesting to be out here, but it's just out of the pain that we feel, out of the love for the country. We want Nigeria to be good. That's why we keep coming here. Hopefully, those back, everyone back home, can also see the same thing and then make the right choice. But I mean, thank you, Mr. Nigeria Watch. Thank you, Ms. Kachi. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Rita.
you.
Thank you, Ms. Omoye's Corner, and every other people coming out here all the time. Thank you.
Thank you
very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone who has contributed. You guys have been super amazing. It has been an amazing section today. I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you for always taking time out to do this. Please endeavor to like and share our broadcast. And do not forget to join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, for our newspaper headline reviews. And tomorrow is Friday. So we're going to be having a debate, 6 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. Please endeavor to join. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Do not forget to keep spreading the message of Peter Obi. Keep spreading the message of Peter Obi. Don't forget to do that. Be intentional. Always spread the message of Peter Obi. Thank you once again, people. God bless you. My name is Kachi. Do have an amazing, amazing night rest. God bless you. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye-bye.